Hello. Are we live? Let's just pop out chat. How is everyone doing? Right, we are live, I do believe. Let's just have a look. Put the sound on, see if you can hear me. The telly. Yes, we can. We had a bit of an issue there with the music doubling up on itself. I had desktop audio on at the same time. I still haven't got to grips with this bloody OBS, but yeah, it shouldn't really sound like that. Proper echo going on there. But anyway, thank you very much for tuning in on this glorious Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m, Saturday the 14th of November, and we've got another live meltdown in lockdown, and we are reviewing the Reload 26 RTA today by Reload Vapor. Right, so as always, let's just scroll to the top. So we've got in here, we've got 22 in at the moment, so big love to you all as ever. Right, obviously you always get more in if you go on in the evening, but no worries at all. This isn't going to be a long one today, guys. Basically, we've got the Reload 26 RTA. I'll show you a few bits that we've already got in, but I've not really got anything in new, but we'll talk about all that later on, what we might be getting in and stuff like that. So I hope everyone is doing okay. Thank you very much for tuning in. One thing I'd like to say, if you could all hit the thumbs up icon, I keep getting lots of thumb downs on here, and it's much better to get thumbs up. So if you are watching this, even if you're ghosting, if you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up, because it would be good for my analytics if you did. So don't forget to do that. I'd be much appreciated. Cheers, guys. Right, let's give some shout outs then. We got my good old buddy Simon62, who is also, he set up a new YouTube channel recently, so go give him a subscribe, please. We've got Grant Mullins. How you doing, matey? Right, who else we got? Rufus Kane, my homie. How you doing, brother? We got Louis Fishing. What's up, buddy? And we got Stuart Ayrton. Hi, Stuart. Right, Peter Kendall. Afternoon all. Hope everyone is well. Subhome Silver Reviews. What's up, Neil, my old buddy? He's also another YouTube reviewer, and he also reviews for eSig Click. So get your asses over to eSig Click. He's just done a nice written review over there on the IVG Juicy range, but also go over and subscribe to his channel, because we like to help out each other on here. Right, who else we got in? J Money, what's up, my brother? Big love to you, sir. I hope you're doing as well as can be expected, brother. Glad you're home now, mate. We will have to catch up with a Zoom call soon. Big love to you, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Right, Gareth Shrek Baker. I did mine on Thursday. 5.5 mil legs. Well, he's obviously talking to someone there, so I'll scroll past that. Adrian Mason, perfect sound. Thanks, brother. What have we got? Have I missed anyone already? No. John, yay, another afternoon live. Big love to you, mate. Thanks for tuning in. We've got Kirk Stevens as well. I always think of the snooker player from back in the 80s when I see your name, mate. You probably don't know who I'm talking about, but he was a Canadian snooker player. Sure, his name was Kirk Stevens. All you oldies out there will know what I'm talking about. Right, Paul Winstanley. Hey, brother, how you doing? AVC Reviews, my other homie. Check out his channel. He's the Mount Lung Maestro, so get your asses over there and subscribe to him. Right, who else we got? Here's the camera focus. This is focus as you can get it, mate, with the Logitech. It's not the best in the world. There you go. That's about as good as we're gonna get. It's not as good as when I do my normal reviews. We're using the Canon camera. I can turn the light up a little bit. That might make it a little bit better. UK Vapester, fellow caster of It's Only Banter, mate. How are you doing, you absolute legend? Of course, check him out. But he's got close to 6,000 subs, the motherfucker. So if you want to go over there, give him a sub. But if not, don't worry about it, because he's got loads already. Only joking, mate. How you doing? And that is it for the shout outs. And unless you want to keep talking, we obviously will keep our eye on chat. Right, as this is just a review, we are going to get onto it very shortly. I haven't got too much to talk about today. Obviously, we're in lockdown in the United Kingdom, well, in England we are anyway, until the 2nd or 3rd of December, I do believe. But I know who he was, as I remember people from the late 50s laugh out loud. No worries, brother. Hope you're doing all right. Right, so yeah, so it's lockdown over here. I've been in lockdown since March. Been working from this desk here for all of that time. So I'm starting to get a little bit sick of it, to be honest. But there we go. We're live on Saturday afternoon, so let's get this party started. Right, we have cheated a little bit this week because I didn't want to record it, do it completely live. So we've done it, the unboxing and the rebuild in one take last night, and I will narrate over the top because it's less stress for me. And if anyone doesn't like that, you know what to do. But yeah, I did do the Nest RTA proper live the other week, and you saw what happened there. So any reviewers out there will probably understand why I have done it like this. But anyway, does it look all right? It looks pretty good to me. It's not perfect, but the picture quality, you're not going to get much better than that on the Logitech C920 Pro. If I got the Brio or something like that, you'd get proper HD. But anyway, yes, we don't want to melt down. So yeah, we got Reload 26. Shall I tell you what I'm vaping on, or shall I show you that a little bit later on? Yeah, we'll show you that later on because we got some stuff that I have been using, which we'll be hopefully reviewing soon. But today's review is basically this little bad boy here, the Reload 26 RDA. Now, you can use this in single or dual cord, and we've got it sitting on top of the Evil Dildo by UL. So let's have a quick vape actually before we go down because, yeah, I fancy one. Right, no beverages today apart from a cup of tea. The Nest Live, yes, I was brave. Never again, mate. Fucking hell, I hope the Nest RTA, when that comes out, I'm definitely not doing that live. Right, let's go to it then, the unboxing. So as ever, I probably won't be looking at chat very much until we've done it. We've got the rebuild as well. I think the unboxing is about 5 minutes and the rebuild is 8 minutes. So it's not that long at all. So I will just narrate over the top and I will come back to chat in a minute. So do bear with me, guys. Net Reality, big love to you, sir. Another YouTube reviewer, I do believe, so go check him out. Right, let's go to it then. Unboxing, and please work for me. Come on. Right, there we go. As ever, it's buffering for me. But there's the box, a nice tin box you get with this one. It's awesome bit of packaging. There we go, scratch and check and all of that jazz. But there we go, nice gold box, flip style lid on hinges, and everything's presented inside there. The tank comes in there. You also get this wonderful tool here, Allen key tool. Really sturdy, I love it. It fits the screws like an absolute dream, this one. So that is a big pro. We've got the spare glass tank which holds 3.5 mil of juice to straight glass. The one it comes installed with is 4.5. Right, here's your bag full of O-rings. We got some grub screws in there. We got a peak insulator as well, which is cool to see. And you also get a spare 510, which isn't focusing. But yeah, we got a spare 510 and a spare peak insulator. So that is fucking awesome, Reload Vapor, for doing that. But yeah, lovely tin that is. That's what you get. It costs a little bit more, this one, but we'll talk about prices a little bit later on. Right, so there it is in all its glory. Afternoon, Devil Vapor, sir. We'll get on to chat in a minute. 44.7 millimeters in length, this one. We've got 26 millimeters in diameter, as confirmed by my calipers. Take the drip tip off. It's an 18 fitting drip tip. And we'll just give it a little measure without the tip on. we got basically 40 mil. So it's quite a short one really for a dual coil RTA. Not too bad at all, this. For the sake of argument, we're going to measure the bore, which is just over 6 millimeters. So as you'd imagine, this isn't the airiest vape in the world, this particular RTA. Right, look inside that top then. So we've got the O-ring that goes around there, so all your 810 fitting ones will fit, albeit we have got a bit of a shallow depth on there. Right, there's a bit of branding, not branding, design work going on the top. Nice and smooth though, no problems there. Screw top fill, and we've got a little gasket inside of there. I think it does come out, but I tried to get out and it didn't pop out for me. But right, just have a look inside there. So we've got threads on that inner piece, and we've got 3 juice filling ports on here. And we'll just give a little measure of these as well. So as you can see, they're not the biggest ports in the world, which is a little bit of a con, which we will be confirming later on. Don't think I did that right. Might get them in there properly, you muppet. Right, juice filling ports then. So we got 6 mil, and I do believe it's by 3 millimeters. And there's 3 of them as well. I would have preferred it if there was just 2 and they were bigger, because your big style bottles, yeah, they don't fit particularly that well. Anyway, right, so on the top we've got airflow control ring, which is on threads, and it undoes just like that. So there you expose your holes, and I do believe there are 3 holes on here. 1, 2, 3. You can take it right off as well, and we've got an O-ring holding it back on, and there are your threads. So make sure you put it back on the right way around with the threads on the bottom. Right, so that spins on. The threads are very good on here all around, in fact. But yeah, so that's how you adjust your airflow. But as you can see, it sort of does interfere with the design on the top when you do that. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. On the bottom, we got 26. We've got reload vapor. We've got a gold-plated positive pin with the peak insulator. And that does protrude quite nicely. So I'll be happy to use that on a hybrid mechanical device. Here's the threads of the chimney on the base, and these are absolutely buttery smooth. One of the best threads that I've used on an RTA. And here's a picture of inside with the doming we've got going on there. Right, so I'll just show you what happens when you fill up with juice. We just take off the AFC ring as well. So when you fill up with juice, it goes around the edge of the chimney basically, and then it's fed in via the bottom with the GTA style deck. The actual airflow though comes through the inside and then comes via the double wall chamber we've got there. So we're getting top to bottom airflow on this one. That's what we're looking like when you put the straight glass on. We'll just put the AFC ring back on. And there you are. You've got the reload laser etched on there as well, which I forgot to mention. Right, so here's your deck section then. So like I said, we've got the double wall chamber. So the airflow's coming down the side, and then it comes in via through these holes here. So we've got side airflow hitting the coils from the side, and there's also bottom airflow, which comes via that single hole. I'll just show you by getting the tweezers in there. It basically works its way down, just where you can see it just poking out where the gold plating is, and it comes out underneath, so you're getting bottom airflow as well. So a very good design top airflow tank, this one. Right, GTA style deck, we've got the serial number on there. You can mount this in dual or single coil. The gold plated, 24 karat gold plated positive block, and you've got your negative on the other side. So there you go, you can put your legs at either side just like that. If you're doing a single cord, you can alternate the legs and just bring it over to the middle. So there is a peak insulator there. You can just see it separating the positive and negative. And there's the Allen key. So I've already loosened these ones off, but these are really good, strong screws on here. I do like them. And they're buttery smooth threads again when you screw them in. So top marks for build quality with this RTA. Right, and basically that is the look around the actual box in there. We'll go down onto the build in a minute. I'll just catch up with chat in here. So I've already mentioned Net Reality. Go check him out. He's got his own YouTube channel. We've got the Devil Vapor Sub Clunge Waffle. He is obviously a reviewer that's been going for about, I think it's 2015 odd. Been going a number of years. But do check out Dino, Devil Vapor, because, yeah, he's got a very good channel. He puts up a lot more reviews than me. So, yeah, go and check him out, guys. Right, if you lose me, it's the Wi-Fi engineers are down the road doing something. Lost Wi-Fi twice so far today. That's a bugger, mate. Caliper wanker. Fuck you, Dina. Right, so afternoon, Fiona Clark. Hope you and your good man are doing very well, Mr. Ian Kurz. Just in from work, off now till Tuesday. That sounds awesome. I'm off till tomorrow and then back on Monday. Let's have a swig of my tea. Right, anyone who's just tuning in, we've got 38 in here today. You're all legends. If you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up icon, it does help with the analytics. So, yeah, please do so. Right, let's get on to that build then. 5 years, man. Thank you for the shout out, bro. No worries, Dean. Anytime. I'm just going to have a quick puff, actually. I fancy another vape. We got the Juggernaut V2 here on the Aegis Max with the Aegis, custom Aegis skins. Check him out on Instagram. I'll show you the build I've got in here. I've got a fucking hoofing single coiler in this Juggernaut V2. But I will show you down low a little bit later on. Net Reality, I'm a mixer. I'm getting confused with Net Vapor, ain't I? I'm a mixer. All right, well, check out his mixing then, guys. Right, anyway, let's get on to the build and work this time, you motherfucker. Right, here we go then. Let's do that again. Right, there we go. Nature Vape coils. We got an Alien in here today. 3mm in the diameter, and they look like this. Very good coils. So do check out naturevape.co.uk. My brother Mark Burns. Right, we're going to cut the legs at 6.5mm for today's build. That's the good old coily tool there. Right, there we go. We've got GTA style deck. There's your screws. I've already loosened them already. We're using the Canon mirrorless camera, and I did this in one take last night because it looks a little bit better quality than the Logitech, so I'm just narrating over the top. So cut your legs to 6.5. You can do what you want, but I'm doing 6.5. I think it's a pretty good length for this particular build. Get your tool in there. I'm using a coiling rod, a 3mm coiling rod. Excuse my manky fingernails, but there you go. I bite my nails because I'm a skanker. Right. Tighten up your screws. The good thing with doing this the night before, I can have a quick vape. Canon EOS 50 camera, if anyone is interested. Right, so like I said, that tool is awesome. It just fits the screws. Some of the screws you get on some of these tanks are bloody awful, but these ones are really good. Doesn't like focusing all the time there. There we go. I love that tool. Right, so get your coils in there. Pull them over slightly. I like to leave a little bit of a gap in the middle so the airflow can travel through the middle, but you also want the sides and full coverage. Something like that position. And if you use the coily tool, you get proper cut lengths, just like that. So when you've got them installed, get them nice and tight. Check your resistance, 0.12 ohms. Knock the wattage down a bit, and we can bed the coils in. Get rid of any hot spots and all of that jazz. Basically, you want the coil glowing evenly from the inside out. Anyone who's new to rebuilding. You just see the lovely colours we get there. We're using stainless steel coils. We get some beautiful blues and reds going on. I like to just pull the coil slightly apart. It gets rid of the hot spots a little bit easier, and I also like a slightly spaced coil. But there you go, that's all the pulsing you need. Just give it your final adjustments. You can use the other side of your tweezers. There you go, something like that. It looks all right. And just give it one final glow just to make sure we are glowing evenly. There you go, that looks pretty much perfect. So now what you want to do is blow profusely on your coils. I was doing this live, blowing this profusely, because you got to put your cotton in next and you don't want to burn your wicks. Right, I'm using 2 pieces of Muji cotton. I've took the top and bottoms off and just thread them on through. Give them a little bit of a rake out as well. You want it nice and taut, not too tight, not too loose, just like that, as Tommy Cooper would say. Cheers, Dino. Thank you, brother. Right, there we go. We've got the GTA style deck, which means that the deck is raised off the bottom, so you can cut the wicks a little bit shorter than you might think. Because we're doing direct to lung vaping, you can have basically the wicks just underneath that ledge. And if you're doing higher wattages, it just helps it wick up a little bit more effectively using the old capillary action. If you're using the mouth to lung tank, you can basically rest them on the bottom of the deck. But with this one, it will wick better if you leave the wicks a little bit shorter than you might think. It's a really nice deck to build on, in fact, this one. You can put a nice beefy single coil in there as well, but obviously you've got to fill out the cotton ports with cotton, so that's the one thing to bear in mind. You might want to use a 5 or 6 mil coil or something like that in order to have enough cotton in there. Because even though it's GTA style, you can still flood out the deck if you've got too little cotton. There you are. As we're using Muji, I am raking it out a little bit as well. If you're using cotton bacon or one of the fancy cottons, you don't need to quite do it for quite so much. But I always like to give my cotton a bit of a rake out. It just makes it nice and brushed and helps it wick up a little bit easier. Hey up, Vaping Mank, how you doing, brother? Cheers, Rufus, me old fruit. Everyone who's watching, the 44 of you, big love to you all. Thank you very much. I'll be into chat in a minute. We'll have a little bit of a chat. There you go. Confirmation of my legs. They're not that. They're just literally hanging just below that the deck there. Right, now time to juice her up. Right, today we're using some Just Jammy from e-liquid flavour concentrate. It's basically Just Jam in a 250ml bottle. It comes as a concentrate, so you just need to add your own VG, PG and nic shots or nicotine, whatever you're using. Get that juice on there, give it a couple of test pulses just to bed that juice into the coil. And a little bit more just for luck. Right, there we go. Those coils look awesome. Well done, Mark. Nature Vape. Right, get your top cap on then. Backwards first and then tighten up. Really good threads. I can't emphasise how good the threads are on there. They're absolutely really good. And the top cap as well. Right, as you can see, those juice ports aren't brilliant, especially for a big bottle like this. So you're better off with a fine tip bottle, but you can do it like this. You just got to be a little bit more careful. Because the one thing is, with that top bit, if you get juice sitting in there and you put the top cap on, it all pisses out round the side of the where you've screwed it up. So you just want to be a little bit careful there. That is one of my cons. I'd have preferred it if they had sort of slanted piece of metal so it could drip back down into the tank. But anyway, that is it cooled and built up. So let's go back up to the main can. Nice and shiny. Yeah, it does look nice and shiny. So here we are, everybody. We got the Reload 26 on the Evdillo Dual 21700 mod. Right, so I've had this one about 2 or 3 weeks, put it through its paces, and yes, I thought it was high time I did the review. Right, let's give you some specs on this one then. I have got it in the description down below if you want to check it out and you can see in your own time. But the product features, we're 26 in diameter, we got dual posts, 45.5mm tool including the drip tip. We get an 810, it says it's metal drip tip, I think it might be, but yeah, it's a bit too low profile. This is not the tip that I like using myself. Fiona Clark, you are an absolute legend. Big love to you. Towards a manicure. I need to stop biting my bloody nails. That's what I need to do. But too much bloody stress in doing accounts. Yeah, it says on here, anti-leak and hidden adjustable top-down air intake design. Yeah, which is basically this thing here. We got 24 karat gold-plated positive posts for maximum conductivity. It's made from 304 stainless steel, and we have 4.5mm with the bubble glass and 3.5 with the straight glass. And it comes in 4 colours. We got the black, stainless steel gold, and matte black. I chose the stainless because it's the only one that Le Petit Vapoteur had in stock at the particular time, and I thought it would go well on the Evdillo anyway. Right, talk about the build quality, fit and finish and all of that. I think it's very well put together, this one. The threads on here are awesome. The screws on them are nice and beefy. Yes, they're gold plated, but doesn't worry me. They work very well. We got no rough edges on anything here at all. I've got the original Reload here. This is a replica jobby, so you can see they do look pretty similar. But on this one, the top was so rough on this clone, it was a bloody nightmare. But the flavour on it was awesome, and I've vaped it recently, and it is bloody good tank. The only thing is with this particular tank, because it's bottom airflow, it used to be a bit seepy on the bottom. One thing, this new one, the 26, because we got top airflow going down to the bottom, we get no leaks at all with this, which is a huge pro. Right, the AFC ring does spin nicely. All the threads are very good. One thing with it though, if you sort of have it up like that, I think it ruins the appearance a little bit when you do that. You can take it off altogether and vape it like this, because believe me, this is a restrictive vape, especially if you've got a couple of 3mm in there. So yeah, this isn't going to suit everyone, but if you like a restrictive direct to lung with single or dual core, I think you might be interested in this one, because we'll get onto flavour and draw in a minute. But overall, the build quality is very good. The O-ring tolerances are very good, so very happy with it. Right, it's got 810 fitting top cap, so you can put your own one on. Here's one I like to use. This is from the CP RTA 810 edition. I like using this particular tip. But there's one thing you'll notice with this, what the fuck's it called? Drip tip. Let's just go down. You gonna work for me? Right, I don't know if you can notice inside of here. Where is it? Sure, I saw. Yeah, we've got a little hole there. So, because one thing I'm finding with this RTA is, fucking hell, mate, get your words out for Christ's sake. is if you have put too much juice in there and you get a little bit underneath where you screw down, it will come out of, when you screw it down, it comes out the sides and it goes sort of all over the tank. So you do need to be careful with it. Use a fine tip bottle, but that is one of my cons. They should have made the filling ports a lot bigger. And I've had other tanks that they have like sloping bit round, so if the juice goes in easier, so it won't sit along the top. I find it hard to explain what I'm saying, but you do find you get juice build up inside here. Now this little hole that you've got on the drip tip, I thought might be designed to alleviate that, so it might like come back through the middle and drip down into the tank. But I was still finding, because it's such a low profile, sometimes you get a bit of a juicy mouth. So I do find it better to use a slightly taller drip tip, in my opinion. Late Night Vape Show, how you doing, brother? Everyone else in chat, I will get onto you in a minute. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just going to go through the pros and cons on this tank first. But yeah, there are a couple of niggles with this one. The drip tip, yes, you can put your own drip tip on there. We've got that juice build up in the top. Like I say, if you make sure you don't overfill it, you won't have this issue. But let's stop rabbiting and give it a bit of a vape. For the sake of argument, we're going to take off the AFC ring and just vape it fully open. Put it up to about 80 watts. Here we go. There we go. We've got all three holes showing. Right, that airflow rating with 10 being a super wide airy vape and 1 being like a super tight mouth to lung. With those cores in there, I wouldn't give this more than a 7 out of 10. So it's got its restriction going on, especially, it depends what size cores you use. You could use 2.5 millimeters and you're not going to get as much restriction there. But let's just put it to about halfway now. Put the wattage down a bit, 70 watts. Very smooth. The airflow on here is one of the smoothest RTAs I've ever used. And we'll knock it right down the airflow now so you can just about see it. Put it down to 60 watts. And very smooth again. So across the board with this one, the airflow is proper smooth and very pleasurable. I like to vape it around half open like I do with most tanks, so you get even more restriction. But right, let's get on to the flavour then. Let's just have a sip of tea. Right, in fact I'm going to take this drip tip off because I don't like using it. Let's put my own one on, the 810 fitting tip. 68 watts, here we go. Oh, it's a flavour horse. No getting around it. It's an absolute flavour beast, this one. When I first got it, because I'm used to vaping on the JK-V2, because that's one of my favourite tanks, I thought, oh, it's a little bit restricted. But now I've had it a few weeks, I'm very used to it. And it means you can vape it at slightly lower wattages. Because like the Juggernaut V2, I was finding I was vaping it over 80, 90, 100 watts, something like that. This one you can get around with vaping it 55 to 70 watts quite happily. With it depends what build you got in here. My aliens are coming out at 0.14 ohms. But the flavour on here is absolutely top drawer in my opinion. It's one of the best RTAs I've ever used. So that's saying something. So yeah, I would give it a 9.5 out of 10 for flavour. So yes, it's a restrictive vape, but if you, even with the top cap off, if you're an airflow hog, you're not going to like it. So I'm only going to be honest with you. If you like restrictive, semi-restrictive direct-to-lung vapes, I think you will like this one. I think the flavour, people are going to ask me, what's it compared with the Juggernaut V2? They're totally different vapes. I like vaping on both of them. Juggernaut V2 also gives me pretty awesome flavour. But I would say the Reload probably does edge it on flavour alone. But if you vape this one at higher wattages, though, I think you're getting a different vape experience with the Juggernaut V2. So those of you that like higher wattages, I think you will prefer this one. So it's horses for courses, really. I think it's a really good RTA. Yeah, and basically that is it, guys. We got a couple of cons there. We got the juice in the top. But if you don't overfill it, you don't really have a problem in amongst there. But every now and again, you might want to check inside there. My one looks pretty bone dry. But yeah, one thing that I've noticed on a couple of RTAs, they could have like drilled a couple of holes on either side for like in case to help the juice flow back into the deck. That would sort that problem out. But if you use a slightly bigger tip and you don't overfill it, you haven't got any issues. But overall with this one, I would give this tank a huge thumbs up. It's in the run-in for my RTA of the year. It's that good in my opinion. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. So we'll get on to prices in a minute. I'll just have a quick going over with chat, see who we've got in there, any people who've just joined us and all of that. 45 in the house. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys. Yeah, anyone else got the Reload 26? If you want to comment in chat, give me your thoughts on what you think of it. Crystal, how are you doing, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you got your immobilizer sorted, mate. Cheers, Simon62. Excellent build. Right, I just want to shout out the people that have just tuned in. So we got Vaping Mank. Cheers, brother. Maxter 1878. All right, buddy. Hope you're doing fine. I'm doing very well indeed. Anyone tried Holy Fiber, Rufus? I haven't. I basically use Muji or cotton bacon or cotton strips, you know, the like vape fly cotton, because I've still got some of that stuff in that I was given from Hip Hop Juice, I believe. Ben Vapes, howdy, brother. Mick from the Late Night Vape Show, I did say hello, but hello again, mate. He's got his own reviews channel and does live shows, so do check him out. He's just bought the Valhalla 28mm Brilliant. Big D Vapes, big love to you, sir. I saw him earlier on in JP Vapes live show. Big D's got his own shop. Do check out his website, and he's also a reviewer, albeit so I don't think he puts out too many at the moment. Ash at 9420. Hello, Mike. Just checking in. I'm too busy playing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. No worries. Thanks for checking in, Ash. Milner 2020, how you doing, mate? Antonis Papadopoulos, hello everybody, greetings from Thessaloniki, Greece. Greetings to you, sir, thanks for popping in today. Reload 26 V2 coming, I hope so, just make the AFC twist but not threaded. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see what they do next. Christopher Bayang Toppy, what is a good build for the Aegis Max with an RDA? It depends what sort of RDA you got, mate. What do you mean by it? That's such an ambiguous question, mate. I use the what I've got on here. I've got a 0.2 ohm single core 5mm internal diameter, but you can put a couple of 3mm in, and the Aegis Max has got single 21700. So if you put a decent battery in, such as a Samsung 30T or a Molicel P42A, you can still pump up the wattage to 100 watts because you got like the 35 amp, 30 amp continuous discharge. So watch some of my RTA reviews and see what sort of builds I put in there, mate. But it's hard to say like what's a perfect build for you. Depends whether you got single core, dual core, all of that. But just check out my RTA's playlist that I've got on this channel, or RDAs if you want to. All fitted very well, happy with it. Nice one, Chris. Was the choice of the Reload and the V2. V2 is delivered this morning, loving it so far. Bob Cumming, I've got them both. They're both good in their own right, so I wouldn't worry about it too much, mate. In all honesty, I like the look of the Juggernaut V2 more, especially with the straight glass. So I broke the bubble glass though. Been ghosting, very busy. Hi tall. Nice one, mister. Thanks for popping in, brother. Right, you're all talking about cotton there. I just use Muji most of the time. It's just as good as any of this fancy cotton. Yeah, crack on. Anyway, all, thanks for tuning in. Let's go on to, I'm just going to go onto the website, Reload Vapor's website, and just show you something. So where are we? Right, so there we go. We've got the Reload website. That's Reload MTL, right? 26. So as you can see on here, it comes in a matte black. We got black, stainless steel, and gold, and they're priced at $65 on the Reload Vapor website. Now you can purchase this from Nature Vape. They've got them on there for £59.99. I actually got mine from Le Petit Vapoteur and it was €48, and I also got a discount because I built up some loyalty points. So I got mine from France, Le Petit Vapoteur. But yeah, there's Reload Vapor's site there. There's a few pictures of it. It looks awesome in black. I wish I could get it in black, but they didn't have any in stock. And this is the matte black variety. But yeah, eSig1 have got them for £44.99, I do believe. So yeah, do your homework, and you should be able to pick up a bargain between like 40 and £60 is basically the going price. America, $65, something like that. Not sure about China. I haven't looked. I haven't bought anything from China for a long time. Yeah, Crystal, you find out an eSig1, mate, $44.99. I got mine 3 weeks ago or so. I didn't get it from eSig1, but got it from Le Petit Vapoteur because I like the fact that they give you like discounts now and again as well. They quite often do a 20% off. And the prices it was coming out at €48 before any discounts. So Ash paid £65 for his when he first released it. So yeah, basically that is the review over today, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I'll just show you down low now. Let's just go down low a minute. Put the mic over there. Pop out chat. Right, so I did do the Juggernaut V2 build a few weeks ago, but I didn't show you the single coil. So I put this in single coil mode yesterday or the day before, and it's not the prettiest coil in the world, but I think that might be a 4mm, maybe a 4.5mm. There's plenty of room in there. You can get yourself a 6mm in there, but the same goes with the Reload. You can put that in single cord as well. You just basically you can put your legs either side. On the reload, you can put them on the same side and then just put them in. But you just need to make sure you pack out those cotton ports. But this is the Juggernaut V2. If you want to check out the live review, I did record it a few weeks ago, so make sure you sub to the channel and you'll be able to find it on there. But yeah, this is another awesome RTA, but I just thought I'd show you the single coil build that I did with that. Last week on the show, I reviewed the Saboris dell'Encanto juice range, the full juice range, all 11 juices, and also their Casitos line. So check out that. We had Batman, we had Fogging Out with the Batman on the show. All the timestamps are on there. If you do want to check out what I think of each of these juices, there's 11 on there. At the moment, I've got... we've got the Freemax 100 mod here, Maxus 100. We've got the Reload S RDA, and we've got some. There's my build here, and we've got some of this Cafe con Leche from Saboris dell'Encanto. This is one of my favourite flavours, but it is an absolute cool killer, as you can see. But we are vaping on that today as well. But if you want to see what I think, do check out last week's show, because this coffee vape is absolutely awesome. It's just a bit of a cool killer. Right, also what we got in, we've got the BP Mods Pioneer RTA. I've got this in mouth to lung mode at the moment, but I did buy the extension kit, and we did show that off last week, I do believe, or it might have been the week before, but I will be reviewing this one soon. It's my own drip tip on here. Yeah, cracking mouth to lung tank that one is. We've also got the mix, Aspire mix, and we've got it in shorty mode. This one is, you can basically put a longer tube on this side, I should say. And we've got the Nautilus GT Mini. So I think it's a cracking combination, and I hope to be reviewing these very soon. We've got an 18350 battery with this jobby, but really getting on with that one as well. If anyone's interested, this is the original Reload RTA, albeit a clone. I'll just show you what the deck looks like with this. This is bottom airflow. That's what we're looking like. So we've got no double wall. But so we had basically their bottom airflow, and it's coming basically just like that. So they've changed it a little bit with the Reload 26. We've got the honeycomb airflow. We've also got it coming from the top to the bottom. I have whipped this one up recently, and it does taste superb still, but I do find I get a bit of a seepy bottom on it because it is bottom airflow, which is inherent for doing so. But yeah, that's basically it for the first looks and that. I have I've been contacted recently by Vape, because I'm not really getting stuff sent in at the moment because I told everyone to stop sending me things. Vape, I think his name was Alan from Vape, contacted me, and they said, do I want to review the Mongrel RDA? So I had a look at it. It's from a reviewer, Vaping Insider, and I thought, yeah, I like the look of it. So we are going to get that one sent over very soon, single coil RDA. So yeah, hopefully that one will be coming soon. Not sure about Vape, but I did say to them I would happily review the Intake mouth to lung RTA and the Vape Druga, because like I say, my main issue with people sending me stuff is I don't like pods, and it seemed to be all pods. But we'll have to see what Vape said. They did say when I emailed them, if I ever want to review again, contact them. So I have done. So hopefully they'll get back to me, and we'll get those in due course. But yeah, so that's about that really. We have got some other bits and pieces which I can't remember what we got, but yeah, hopefully next week oh, that's right, it's the Lord Cogington's dual parallel 18650 device. Now, when he sends the post-production model, the final version over, I will be testing it, and hopefully we'll be getting Richard from Lord Cogington's on the show as well. So do keep your eyes and ears peeled for that one, because hopefully that will be coming over very soon. But I did show a first look for the prototype that I've been testing recently on recent shows. Right, it's be interesting, a review of the Mongrel. Yes, hopefully have that one soon. Ixrab Sin, big love to you, buddy. Thanks for popping in. It was great Batman last week. Yeah, I did enjoy that. Good to meet Santos. Quite heavy, that mix, so I got rid of mine. It's not as heavy in this mode though, but I see what you mean. It's a little bit of weight to it. I like it though. It feels solid. Minor 2020, Saboris Pineapple Rum Upside Down Cake and Guava are my favourite for that line. Strawberry and Guava from the Casitos line. Delish, but both lines are delish, and you tell it's premium goodness. Yeah, they are good. I agree. Those flavours are good, mate. Druga looks all right. Yeah, one of my subs, he emailed me the other day saying he's got it and he thinks it's awesome. He's a single core restrictive direct lung vapor. So I thought, yeah, I better get it in because, yeah, I've got to check out these things because we got the best of end of 2020. So I need to make sure I've tested the RTAs, the good ones out there, because that's my bag. RTA, single core and dual core. Good Lord, Subhome Silver. Good Lord, bot, mate. Afternoon, Jackie Chan. Thanks for tuning in, lovely. I think I saw Mark in here earlier as well. Big love to you, Mark. Sorry if I didn't shout you out. Thinking about picking up the Nightmare Mini, as I believe it's dropping on Monday. Is that the Vapors Valhalla range, isn't it? Is that Vapors Cloud, or am I thinking of something else? I can't remember now. No worries, Ixrab. Yes, unfortunate it's a clone, but good. The threads are excellent, but I could shave with the top cap. Who killed my message to MF Vape? It wasn't me. Say it again, whoever it was. Adrian. I have the Druga RTA. It's good, but I've no idea whether I went with an 810 instead of a 510. Great favour, though. Well, I suppose with an 810, at least you can try 810s and get a 510 drip tip adapter. That's the only thing I can say, because some people like 810s, so if you only had a 510, those people would be pissed off. Yeah, I don't know why that was, Adrian. Put it in here again, mate. I'll only be going on for another 5 minutes or so, guys. We've done the review already, but if you do want to ask me anything for the next 5 minutes, please do so. Adrian, what did you write then? If it's got a link in it, it might have deleted it, because you're not allowed to put links in here. Afternoon, David. You just missed it, mate. We're finishing in a minute, but feel free to watch the rerun, buddy. Yeah, that's it. Suicide Mod. So I didn't know whether they're in calibration with the Vapors Cloud, because I know they have done some things with Vapors Cloud. I think they are, in fact, a collaboration. Chuki will be able to tell me. I'm not really an RDA fan myself. I prefer RTAs. This single coil I got in here, though, is really nice. Vaping at 60 watts, 0.20. Antonis, thank you very much, brother. Yeah, if you could hit the thumbs up icon, guys, that'd be awesome. We got the obligatory 8 thumbs down from all the Muppets out there who just come on here just to give me a thumbs down. But we expect that, don't we? Because the brain cells of some of these people, they haven't got many, basically. So if I say MF, it deletes. Are you taking the piss now, Adrian? Oh, Suicide got bought out by Vapors Cloud. Right, that's the story there then. I have the first batch of the intake MT RTA, no size variants. It's also clear on top, excellent vape. Hopefully my one will have those then, Simon. How forgiving is the wicking on the reload? I'm crap with GT decks. Peter, if you do what I did down low, it wicks like a champion, mate. I find GTA decks are the easiest decks to wick on, so that's ironic that you're saying that. If you just keep the cotton short underneath the raised deck, so it's just poking through, make sure you give it a bit of tender loving care like I did there. Make sure there's not too much cotton in there, nicely raked out, and you shouldn't have a problem. I find it wicks like an absolute champion. I've had not one dry hit from it. Yeah, thanks, Jackie. No, I do appreciate the thumbs up, guys. What you got to remember, the more thumbs up I get, the more people it gets put up the search rankings in YouTube. So if no one interacts with me or gives me any thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever, I won't get exposure. So if I'm going to carry on doing this, it is nice to get exposure, get some people watching the channel. So thumbs up are always good. If you want to give a thumbs down, it all counts as interaction as well, so it's up to you. But obviously thumbs up look a little bit better, because otherwise people will say, why is MF Vape getting all these thumbs down? Is it because he can't review? Or is it that people just don't like me for some reason? Anyway, I think we all know the real reason, but we're not going to go there. Yeah, that's how I wick the Juggernaut V2. Yeah, exactly, Ixarab. I've been wicking RTAs since I got into rebuilding, so it just takes practice, Peter, basically. But my first RTA, proper one, was the Griffin 25. I had the sub-tank mini before that, but yeah, so first of all, I was getting dry hits when I first started building, but the more you build on them, the more you realise how much cotton you do need. So it's all just a case of perseverance. Nice one, Antonis. Thank you, Mick. I bought the FP for £14 some days ago. I can wick it, some days I can't. Yeah, I find the FP not too bad to wick on as well. Like I say, I've just got a lot of practice on it. It's just a case of practice. If you're into your RDAs and then you go over to RTAs, you might have an issue, because RDAs are a piece of piss to wick in comparison, because you don't need to rely on the capillary reactions so much. I'll keep sharing in my group, mate. Nice one, Neil. We are going to be going off air very soon, though, guys, because we've been going an hour now, and yeah, I haven't got any more content for you. Because what I'm finding is with these live reviews, people don't like watching the reruns because they go on for too long. So I'm trying to limit them now to about an hour. So we are at that already. So yeah, we are going to go off very soon. But everyone who's been in here today, all the ghosters, all the people interacting in chat, those of you that are watching the rerun, a big love to you all. I will be putting timestamps for like the unboxing, the rebuild and all of that a little bit later on. If you do want to check out the rebuild and all that, you just click in the description, click on the, basically it'll be the timestamp on there. It'll show up in blue, click on that, and then you'll be able to go to that particular section. I do that of all my live Meltdown in Lockdown videos, guys. So if you think I can't be asked to sit through an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of MF8 ranting or droning on, if you just want to check out a particular section, click in there, especially the Batman review. I've got all the juice listed underneath, so you can click on that timestamp if you just want to watch 3 or 4 minutes of me instead. But that's how we're rocking these days. One live review a week. We got a few bits in, and we got a few bits hopefully coming in as well. So we are going to leave it there, everybody. As I said, big love to you all. Hope you're all staying safe out there. And until next time, I'll catch you all very soon. So take care and see you all soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.